So that's kind of...
That's nice. That's
yeah.
good. And then there's a way that in terms of, well, you can show me later, I guess, in terms of how that pace is controlled.
Yep, you can speed it up, slow it down.
Okay. And you can pause it, I assume?
Pause it,
yeah,
yep.
That's fine.
You can really do a lot of different things. You move the cue marker to the top, to the bottom, depending on how they read. If they're a fast reader, you can move that cue mark to the bottom and they can just speed through it.
Okay.
But
it's really nice. It's got a nice dial control.
Oh, really?
Speed it up, slow it down.
Where is that? Is it?
all right. So now we can see our teleprompter. We just turn on the computer, go to the Flip Cue software, open that up. Here you can import, change, do whatever you want with your text. It's a very simple program, very simple.
It has a look like Microsoft Word a little bit.
A little bit, yeah. So down here at the bottom, you've got some shortcuts here for speed, sensitivity. You don't have to worry about any of that because it's all controlled here on this control surface.
Oh, okay. Great.
So basically what you do is if you open up just like a text file or a Word file, you can do that, or you can just simply copy paste your text in there. And then you can do your Control All if you want to change like color and everything. You can change the font size, bigger, smaller.
What's the general size that is useful for this?
I have it set default for 48.
Okay.
Which is...
Because that seemed to work well.
Yeah, seems to be a good read speed for most
Okay.
people, at least reading all the letters there. Yellow on black is the most contrast, so we stick with that. This cue mark here, you can change in the shortcut list, or I'm sorry, in the settings list. You can say show cue marker. You can turn that on, turn it off. I leave it on because that's where they read from. It keeps their eyes reading on that line. And here the cue position can be center or high or low. Center is best, of course.
I'm going to interrupt super briefly. This is Dick, who has brought carpet samples.
Okay.
So I want to just get your opinion about like what would work in terms of backing
Okay.
and stuff.
You want to do that right this second? Okay, we can do that.
If that's okay,
Yeah.
because then he'll leave and then
Sure.
I sort of forgot he was
Okay.
there.
No problem. Print, whatever, copy, paste. This is your text field. So if you just, select all of it, you can go to the font, and then you can change all your standard things: color, size, type. Pretty standard. Center, weight, left alignment. This just loads the demo. So if you ever want to just see everything defaulted to demo, you can hit that. This is your run or your go, which is I think it's also doubled here.
Was that like the send thing?
Well, let's see. They have that set up for. Yeah. This last button here is go and stop.
Is it double click to engage it?
No, single click. So
single click
stop. Single click go.
Otherwise, the little lightning fire thing
yeah.
plays it. Okay.
Yep. And then you scroll to go faster or forward, and you can slow it down, or you can reverse it and go faster. And it's all by touch. So you can just kind of dial it up.
So say they get down to here. Oh, we screwed up.
Yep.
You just rewind it manually like that. There isn't like a back to zero.
Well, you can set points. You can actually get really. You can get really intricate. You can set points, paragraph points, and all that sort of thing. Honestly, I think you'll be using it for a while like this before you ever get to that stage.
Yeah.
Because then you're talking about you're talking about having copy.
Yeah.
It'll
be just easier to rewind it.
Yep. And then of course you see your read point here. They see their same read point on the teleprompter system, and that's how you know where they're reading from and where to keep it centered. So
so the student A just went, this is theirs, all right, now it's student B's turn, they have a different script. What would you do from here?
Oh, you mean a whole different script file?
Yeah.
And it's not put together?
Well, yeah. I
Then
guess.
you would just stop
Mhm. And then file, like, maybe it's on the desktop or something. And then
Yeah.
you just import it.
Yep, like this top story, that's the one I just did
And then
there.
you can just save this one in a
Yep.
in a folder on here, or
You can also go, like this one, this actual text, I went to theonion.com, copied, pasted, boom, I was done in like 10 seconds.
Mhm.
So you can do that too. You can copy and paste it from a document.
Sure.
It's really easy to do. The one thing that's nice to know is your margin and line spacing, right here.
Mm-hmm.
And right now, I'll just do it in inches. It's set for 1 inch right and left. And line spacing is at 4 pixels. If you have someone who maybe reads really slow, you can increase the line space, to like 8, and it'll just
Mhm.
double the space between the characters. But
Okay.
it's defaulted at 1 inch, 1 inch, and then 4 pixels for spacing.
What if somebody has really bad eyes? I want to make the font bigger.
Yep. And you just click into the text area, select all, click your text button. You can make it like 72, make it ginormous. We'll see it pop up on the screen over there.
So it's the right button that, and
There we go.
There you go.
it goes along at the speed that you've set in those parameters.
Yeah, and then you can slow it
Yes.
down with.
It has a default start speed that's slow.
Mm-hmm.
And most people will put one header line on there so that they know when it's about to start, like script starts here, and they see that come up first so they can judge how fast they need it to be.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, is it playing on each of the teleprompters?
It is.
It is.
Yep. That case on the floor with the wheels on it,
Yep.
that's a 1x4 VGA distribution amplifier. So we've got one signal coming out of the laptop, going through the roof, down into the studio, and then splits up into 3.
Right.
And you have a 4th option.
How do I
there.
pause? Like that?
Yep.
And play. Oh, pause and play far left. Pause and play. Pause and play. Okay.
Congratulations, you're now a teleprompter operator.
Yeah.
Wait, when I went to school, the teleprompter we had was from 1991. It was literally, you would print it out on sheets of paper, tape the paper together in an actual script, roll it up, and it had a video camera going facing down, and the video feed would go to large prompter monitors that would show up under the glass.
Mm-hmm.
So you're sitting
Wow.
here physically pulling the paper as they're reading the copy. And then, at that time in the world, they already had prompters like this. It's just the school had this old prompter, they just
Mhm.
wanted to use it.
Right.
So when they replaced it, they got a digital system like this, and nobody knew how to use it.